darlings, in today's video I would love us to talk about some of my skincare shopping secrets. For context, I am a student esthetician and I used to be a skincare influencer. Used to be because I'm living that in my past, but I still shop like one. Now the skincare shopping tips that I'm going to share with you are for the skincare lover. You know, the person who likes to study, who's rather interested, and I want you to be that person. And by you, I mean the person over the age of 30, approaching their 40s. Because I am in that age gap, I really do believe that this is the decade to really sink in your skincare routine, to really understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and to let consistency be a very powerful cornerstone in your beauty routine. There's a very powerful settling in energy in your 30s. You really do feel like a grown-up. You know, I'm speaking from experience. I really feel like a grown-up. Wow, how did I get here? And I feel like this is just the decade not to play games, you know, especially if you're a beauty lover. I'm not saying stop buying a lot of product if that's what you like doing. As I said, this video is for the skincare lover. It's for the person who has really decided taking care of their skin is a part of their well-aging process. One thing about being a beauty lover, you've got to be a beauty student. I'm not asking you to know as much as estheticians or facialists or dermatologists, but have a good grasp. Let's get into point number one. Understand ingredient decks. By ingredient decks, we are talking about the list of ingredients that is listed behind every product. Do you have to be an expert? Absolutely not. But just have a good general all-round knowledge of it. Down below, I'm going to list a website that I like to reference. I would have listed the Paula's Choice website, which is really the OG. I believe this is the first website to really break down ingredients for the beauty consumer. But now Paula's Choice is owned by Big Beauty. I believe Paula's Choice is owned by L'Oreal or Unilever. I'll correct myself on the screen. And Big Beauty will always be biased. Big Beauty will always... how do I say it? Big Beauty will always shape the information to suit them, not necessarily the consumer's needs and wants. At the end of the day, they're all about the paycheck, and it is what it is. We live in a capitalist society. Understanding ingredient decks and ingredients will help you understand the next 3 tips I'm about to share with you. This first tip I have shared is the foundation. Are you going to pick up everything overnight? Absolutely not. But remain curious. You know, use Google, ask questions, and follow influencers who are willing to answer your questions. And be nice, okay? And engage with their content. Don't just jump into their DMs demanding attention and you never like a picture, you never comment on a post, and you never even save it. That's not nice. Minimize having the same ingredient in all your products. This is all about economic sense. If you're having the same ingredients throughout your entire skincare routine, then your routine may not be diverse enough to serve your skin type. I feel like I am speaking to girls my age and older. The older we get, the more we need. You know, we just need a little bit more diversity. We need far more corners to cut as we are supporting ourselves in our well-aging process. But for me, this point is really about the economic sense. It does not make sense to have the same ingredients all over your skincare routine. You can use your money to ensure that your skincare routine is diverse. And I feel it is in this diversity where you really step up your well-aging process. Now, some of the most common ingredients that tend to show up in almost all skincare products are there due to formulation and also economics. They tend to be the cheapest. Some of the most popular ingredients are hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and glycerin. They're almost in everything, especially niacinamide. Thank God we're getting off the niacinamide boat. Like, it was getting a little bit overrated. I'll explain myself a little bit more in the next point. But think about it like this. It doesn't make sense to have hyaluronic acid in 4 or 5 of your products and then to go out and also buy a hyaluronic acid serum. It's not making sense. I did bring out quite a lot of products from my own beauty cupboard. Just to give you context, I do try to avoid having the same ingredient dancing all over my skincare routine, but some of these are quite inevitable because they are so popular in the skincare industry, and as I said, they're rather affordable. Out of my stash, I've pulled out 4 products that all have hyaluronic acid. They also have witch hazel, which is another very popular ingredient that is thrown into skincare products. Do I need all 4 of these? No. And I hope to drive my point in as I explain myself. I do like to have witch hazel gel because I just like what it does to my pores, and I like the simplicity of this. It is just witch hazel, glycerin, ping ping ping, and a few other ingredients that stabilize it and make it into a gel formula. Now this is Cal Classic Japanese Beauty, aka K-Beauty. It is chock full of hyaluronic acid. The only reason I really have it in my routine is because of the tranexamic acid, and I do like how it feels on the skin. This is something that I absolutely don't need, but I like. It is chock full of hyaluronic acid. I absolutely don't need it, but I like to use it during my morning routines, but I know I can live without it. Now, because of all the other products I have just mentioned, this toner is falling very flat for me. It is not standing out in my beauty routine because technically I have them in other forms that serve me much better. This toner has witch hazel, hyaluronic acid, and aloe. It's just not doing anything for me. I mean, it's hydrating, you know, it's doing the job, but it's not standing out because I have other products that have similar ingredients in it. I've also realized that I have not named any of the products I just showed you and talked about. What I will do is I will make sure to fill up the description box with enough detail, but really this video is not about the products, it's about the ingredients and the tips that I'm talking about. Tip number 3, understanding ingredient decks and ingredients will help you pinpoint the ingredients that shine on your skin, the ingredients that work for you, the ingredients that really support the health of your skin. I feel like this is where people get lost when they see an influencer or a review online and they believe a product will work for them and it doesn't, and the automatic assumption is that the influencer or the review was not true. And that may not be the case. It may just simply mean that an ingredient is not working for you. Now, do formulas matter? Absolutely, absolutely, formulas matter, but ingredients also matter. I am going to show you 2 products that I absolutely love because over the years I have come to understand that rosemary really shines on my skin, and in fact it is this product that made me understand how powerful rosemary works for me. For me, on my skin, rosemary can be quite calming, quite balancing. It tempers my oils, it helps keep in control my blackheads and my whiteheads. In fact, I'm absolutely loving having this in my routine right now. It is one of my favorite toners, hands down. I've tried hundreds, I've said this many times on my channel, and I will soon do an in-depth review about this toner. Then next up is this facial oil that features rosemary oil as well. And this is an oil I've gone through several bottles and it does the exact same thing that toner does for me. When I have this in my routine, the oils are tempered, my skin is just balanced. The skin just looks so balanced, so happy. And I have met other products that have rosemary and they do exactly that. So for me, using my educated guess, I have pinpointed that rosemary really does the thing for me. Another ingredient that I cannot be without product in my skincare routine that I absolutely love is ceramides. Now I have this product with me, something that I have reviewed, and I will link down below. This is a product I have gone through several bottles of. It is incredibly supportive. For me, one of the most important things one can do with their skin is to really support their moisture barrier, and ceramides are a powerhouse of an ingredient when it comes to doing that. Support your moisture barrier and you have won half the race. You know, your moisture barrier is a sign of health. The healthier it is, the healthier your skin is, the more it's able to perform all its functions. I do have another moisturizer which I will pop up on the screen. It's the Illyoon, I believe, Ceramide Atoll cream. That is also a product I have gone through quite a few tubes of. It is currently in the post on its way to me because I love to do winter with that moisturizer, and I know by the time it will get here, it will be close to winter. I'll be able to put it back in my routine sometime in September or October. But do you see the power of understanding the ingredients that work for you? I'm able to shop for my future self. I'm able to think, winter is coming, I need ceramides, I need to protect the skin from the cold. This is also a fantastic way to learn about ingredients that just don't shine on your skin. They just don't. You know, the assumption that a product is not working for you, I strongly believe 9 out of 10 times it's about an ingredient, not necessarily a product that is not working for you. It's the ingredient and not the formula. For me personally, I have established that snail mucin does not do anything for me. I know that is a very popular ingredient, a very well-loved ingredient. It does not shine on my skin. I have tried several products. In fact, I think this is the 5th product I have tried with snail in it, and it is falling incredibly flat on my skin. In the ingredient deck, there's nothing else that stands out to me apart from the snail, and once again, as I said, it's just falling flat for me. This is going to be my last product I buy of snail. I'm done. It's just not working for me. Why are we forcing issues? As I had mentioned earlier in the video, the niacinamide trend, very frustrating, because did you know some of us are broken out by niacinamide? Yes, we are. I belong in that club. Niacinamide breaks me out. I have not been able to buy quite a lot of popular products, or even when I'm product shopping, I have to be mindful and look at ingredients and establish whether they have niacinamide or not before I buy them. I have met only one product, and I have been skincaring for a long time, baby. I've only met one product that hasn't broken me out that had niacinamide. My skin just doesn't like that ingredient, so I do my very best to avoid it. Another ingredient that my skin can be a little bit bougie about is vitamin C. A very popular ingredient, but I do find sometimes it breaks me out. I have to be very, very mindful about it. In fact, I had gotten to a point where I was full on avoiding it, and it only came back into my life through PR. And this particular serum that I am showing you, I did buy it. I was sent some products from the brand. I decided to just give it a shot because it was such a rich ingredient deck, very nourishing, and so far so good. For me, vitamin C is such a hit and miss, but this serum makes me happy. This is my 3rd bottle. I absolutely love it. It does the job. It brightens my skin, and I will continue to purchase it until further notice. Another reason to minimize having the same ingredients throughout your products is to save your moisture barrier. I am talking about exfoliating acids. They are very popular. I feel like sometimes brands can be a little bit cowboy by throwing them into products and giving us really beautiful marketing, telling us our skin is going to glow, you know, we're going to have flawless skin. But at the end of the day, acids are acids, and if you have a routine that has products that has acids, throughout the routine, sooner or later you're going to shatter your moisture barrier. Really be mindful about this one. This is not really about economic sense. It's about looking after that moisture barrier. I am really good with this point because I don't play games with my moisture barrier. I will not shatter my moisture barrier for anybody. But the only reason I have these two products in my routine is because I am simply testing it. I'm simply testing them out for future reviews. So that's like a random bonus tip in there. Try not to do your skincare like a skincare influencer or skincare content creator. We have a lot of product for a reason. We want to create content. We want to create reviews. There is a reason we have a lot of products. You do not need to have the same amount of products at home. Both of these products are AHA heavy and I would never use them in the same routine at the same time, even in the same week. Right now I'm focused on this particular product because I am going to be doing a review video quite soon. And the other product I had because it was given to me in PR and I also had a brand review to do of it. I'm not looking for flawless skin. And neither should you. There's nothing wrong in chasing the vanity of flawless skin. But what should be at the top of your list should be healthy skin. Don't shatter your moisture barrier simply because you refuse to understand ingredient decks or even read them, you know, and blindly follow influencers and content creators. Last and certainly not least, if you have a good grasp of all the points I have already mentioned, then you will be able to understand if a new ingredient is working for you or not. I repeat,
new ingredient, not new product.
Look at ingredient decks. If you see there is a new ingredient you have never experienced, try and introduce it into your skincare routine when you are quite sure of what's happening in your routine. You like what's in your cupboard, it's working for you, everything is doing everything that you want it to do, the skin is happy, the products are working. Introduce that new product that has that new ingredient, and that way you up your chances of understanding how that product shines on your skin or not. Right now I don't have any new products that have any new nouveau ingredients to me. Once again, I have broad context. I am deep in product knowledge. I am a student esthetician, formerly a skincare influencer. So for me to meet a new ingredient is not easy. Even though I do have some brand reviews coming towards you quite soon, I don't feel like any of them have any new ingredients. But this is what I do, especially with K-Beauty, because K-Beauty will throw at you new ingredients left, right and center. And that's that, my darlings. I hope this video has made sense. It has been rather chatty and educative. This idea just came to me while I was doing my skincare routine, and to me it's doing your skincare routine is not just doing it. You have to have some sort of general knowledge about products and ingredients so that you can create a routine that really works for you. Please feel free to talk to me down in the comments if you have any questions, any concerns. Talk to your girl. I love answering questions about skincare. And as I had mentioned, down in the description box I will link the products I have mentioned in this video. If I have any reviews, anything that I wanted to say, I didn't really want to talk about the products, I didn't want to name them, but somebody might be curious. I wanted this video to really focus on the skincare tips that I have mentioned. And with that, I want to thank you so much for being here. My name is Ijama, and I'll see you soon.